This is ZNS Total Sports, brought to you by Fourth Terrace Diagnostic Center.
Good evening and welcome to Sports Tuesday. I am Julian Gibson. Come the 13th of December, it will be a night to remember. Professional boxing will come alive once again. Even the ladies will be squaring off in the ring.
We have 4 professional fights and 6 amateur fights for the undercard.
When you talk about Friday the 13th, that's going to be an unlucky day for a number of fighters.
Yeah, hopefully it's an unlucky day for the Brazilian in the main event against Misha Payne, Major. We also have a lot of our Bahamian amateurs going against foreigners from Florida. So hopefully it's an unlucky day for the foreigners and a lucky day for the Bahamians. We already have the venue. We already have everything together. We already dealt with the commission, with the federation, Box Federation as well for the amateurs. The only thing left right now is the Rumble.
And from tennis, Bahamian tennis great Mark Knowles is giving his take on the growth of tennis in the Bahamas.
I wouldn't say I'm pleased with it, no. I mean, I think we have a big gap, and it's something that we need to be, look at. I think also with the help of the ministry as well. Maybe if we could try to get a better system to develop our players. We definitely have the talent, but it seems that they kind of get lost in the shuffle as they start to develop, and we don't have that springboard to get them maybe out to the high college ranks and to the professional level.
And finally, all the college teams are in the Bahamas for the Battle for Atlantis. Action will start on Thursday. Well, that's a first look at sports. Stay tuned. The Bahamas Tonight continues after the break.
This is ZNS Total Sports, brought to you by Fourth Terrace Diagnostic Center.
And well, if all goes as planned, Toriana Johnson and Jermaine Chuchumaki will square off in the boxing ring to settle the score. For both fighters, they are really hot up for each other.
I have sent many of my opponents to the hospital. I'm not a joker. You can see my resume that I've never lost outside of the Bahamas. Of course, I've never fought in the Bahamas neither. But my resume shows that I'm an incredible fighter with incredible strength to knock out a lot of guys. Choo just would be another guy just getting knocked out.
Once we find the promoter, Jermaine Markey's ready to go. He has the Bahamas Super Middleweight title. Toriano says he won it. Ryan says he won it. The two of them could hop on the line and I'll deal with the two of them.
You ain't concerned facing somebody of the likes of Toriano?
No. Who is Toriano? How many belts he have? The belt around his waist? Yes. Jermaine Markey has fought for 7 world titles. He has won 4 of them. He is the Bahamas Super Middleweight champion, former WBC, 4 WBA, former Commonwealth champion. So here is the proof where to put in this. I fought for a top 10 world ranking. So Toriano is 14-0 and he has no belt.
So what would be the outcome of this fight?
The outcome of this fight is, hey, Jermaine Markey's going to win. Okay, yes, I'm psychic. I'm going to win. Toriano wants to knock me out, but be careful. Trying to knock me out, you can get knocked out.
I don't play boxing. That's all he does. He runs his mouth and say a lot of things. But guess what? I bring the facts. 29 years old, and I'm only getting younger. But this man right here done. He done been knocked out too many times because he can't fight. He was never a fighter. Fair enough to say, Choo is the man who has been done, and God knows it'll only be an execution when I get in the ring. I ain't playing this. Choo done been finished, and I can just put him to sleep after this.
And who finished me?
I ain't even got to do it.
Don't get stuttering in.
I can put this together for Ryan, McKinsey, and any other Bahamian out there.
Let me know who
dare to step up in my face and say they can beat me, because I just tell you now, my record done prove it. I can put this man to sleep.
Pretty please with a cherry on top, Bahamas. Remember this. He's going to put me to sleep. Pretty please with a cherry on top.
You really take this big game. Anyway, folks, don't expect this to be a nice match. Come with your raincoats and your umbrellas, because it can be raining red blood in that place. And trust me, Toriano, don't bleed.
And from track and field, head of the Track and Field Association in Grand Bahama, Cam Stewart, well, he wants to give his 5 cents on the saga going on in the B3As.
We've been complaining about the lack of communication and the lack of respect that's been given to us. We've never received it. The decisions that have been made without my knowing as an executive member. I've attended most of the executive meetings. I've yet to be informed or listened to hear any of the information that was approved or by this so-called majority. And it's just a lack of disrespect. We are disillusioned, and we'll do anything to see that the Federation is back to normal.
And the Bahamas has a beach volleyball team in Trinidad and Tobago for this weekend Junior Olympic qualifying tournament. Here's Rajal Moxie speaking on behalf of his partner, Joel Smith.
I don't know what to expect because it's my first time playing in a international tournament for beach volleyball. But I know that we're going to try our best to bring home the gold, and we'll make sure to put God first and to represent our country well.
And this coming weekend, it will be the Palm Key Class C Challenge Cup Regatta slated for the Montague Foreshores. All the Class A boats say they are ready, even the slowest A-class boat ever constructed in the history of mankind, the Palm Key Princess.
I also promised him that I would bring a voice. Matter of fact, my captain is here. He can speak for himself, but I told him he's put his captainship on the line. He didn't bring a voice, so.
Are you fired?
Oh, I get another captain.
My chief and commander has already told me that we need a first, so it's going to happen. So I asked that all boats who are participating, you could now come and pick up the second and third place trophy, because first place is going to Palm Key.
I accept the challenge, but I think you better back up for your second place, because first place is belonging to us.
We all know that King Eric has done well for sailing in this country, and he continued to let his light shine in sailing, you know. But like I tell him in the last meeting, I'll see him when he reach in, because he'll be so far behind till it, you know. I'll see him when he reach in, you know. The cup is mine, you know, whatever I'll take it.
And finally in sports, 21 Bahamians were inducted into the Sports Hall of Fame this past Friday. Dr. Norman Gay was one of them.
There's a gentleman here who is in his mid-70s and you wouldn't recognize it. He went into Bain Town, was a significant player in the Bain. I remember the Bombers, my brother-in-law used to play for them. I remember all of those guys, Bain Town Flyers. Started sports clubs at the community level. Excelled in bodybuilding, volleyball federation, became a physician in his own right, led the pack in many, many arenas. He stands here today. It's so good to see him, Dr. Norman Gay.
Well, that's a wrap on Sports Tuesday. Once again, I'm Julian Gibson. Stay tuned. The Bahamas Tonight continues after the break.
This is ZNS Total Sports, brought to you by Fourth Terrace Diagnostic Center.